Good morning, everyone. What is up? Welcome to the vlog. It is about 8:20 in the morning on Wednesday. I am in the drop-off line at my daughter's school. Say hi, Addison.
Hi.
So after this, I'll be heading to the gym. My wife is off today also, so we're thinking about taking on a few tasks around the house. We might repaint our patio, as well as some other chores we have on our list. So it's going to be a busy day today. I'm going to let her get off to school, and I will head to the gym, leg day today, and I'll check in with you all after that. All right, we're back. Leg day is done. You know, I'm one of those people who unfortunately, and fortunately, I don't want to feel lazy, so I park my car as far away from the gym, practically as far away from the gym as possible, and walk in. And on leg day, I almost can't make it to the car uphill in the parking lot. So maybe I'll have to reevaluate that fear in my mind and start parking closer on leg day. But we made it. You know, last night I went to the gym around 7 o'clock, got in a push workout. So a little sore and depleted this morning, but I made sure I salted my water. I took about a half a tablespoon of pink Himalayan salt, grinded it up in my water, and sipped that throughout the workout, which kept me going. I did add a little no salt as well, which for those who don't know, that's basically potassium powder. It's a salt replacement, salt substitute. I use it to help get my potassium in. I use it on my foods just like I would salt. And between the pink Himalayan salt and the potassium, I'm able to keep my energy levels up while I get through a workout. So I apologize for the bad lighting. The sun's starting to come in funny. I'm gonna get home. Like I said, I have a lot to do around the house. Paint the patio. I have to cut the front lawn with a push mower, and it's over a half acre. So I have to get started as soon as I can. That'll take a couple hours. Between the cutting and the trimming. And then with my wife being off today, finally after the chores are done, I will spend some time with her, and eventually we're gonna have a meal. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I will take you all with me when it's time to eat and show you what I'm having to help recover from leg day. See you then. All right, what is up, everybody? Got a couple chores done. So a little bit of change of plans. I don't know that I'm gonna have time to take on the painting of the patio, but we did sweep and clean out there. I cut the lawn, and obviously weed whack trim, so I am beat. My face is red. It's a beautiful sunny day here in the Tampa area. But we are on to lunch. So what I'm gonna have for lunch is I'm gonna have some apple cider vinegar with some sparkling sugar-free water, and I'm gonna have 4 to 6 ounces of pork sausage as well that I'm gonna cook. Then for dinner, I'm gonna prep a nice rack of ribs and probably throw that in the crock pot. That way I can set it and forget it, leave it alone. I also am going to have my keto coffee. I had some black coffee this morning before I trained, but I haven't had my keto coffee, so I think I'm going to have that with my lunch just to get some calories in, get some extra fat for the day. And so yeah, that's what we're doing for lunch. I'm going to start cooking, and I will get back to you guys in a bit. All right, everyone, lunch is over. I entered my macros into my phone, and you know, that brought up a quick thought of mine when it comes to calories, right? So I've had a few new people in my life start the ketogenic diet recently and are worried about eating so many calories from fat. And I think it's important to understand that, or at least question, if calories even matter. I'm from the belief that they're not as important as hormones. I think hormones are the most influential part of fat gain, weight gain, or if you're going to be able to burn fat or not. I think when it comes to calories in, calories out, hormones matter the most. Eating foods that stimulate blood glucose production and the insulin response the least are going to be foods that allow you to tap into your stored body fat and use it the most. So listening to people like Dr. Jason Fung, Gary Taubes, and others in the industry, I've really come to the realization that a calorie is not always a calorie. Your body doesn't really have a way to measure calories, right? Internally, it doesn't measure calories. It senses the food you take in and the influences those foods have on the hormones in your body. So whether or not they're processed, they break down into glucose quickly, and blood sugar needs to be produced from, or blood sugar is produced from those foods, which in turn then your body realizes it has to put its pancreas to work to release some insulin, get that blood sugar out of the blood and into the cell. That way you don't die. So your body can adapt to the foods you take in through hormonal responses. It doesn't necessarily calculate how many calories were in that muffin or how many calories were in that steak. It only matters as to the response needed to either get blood sugar out of your veins, or if there's no blood sugar produced by the food, then insulin doesn't need to do its job. So I think that's important to know when you're concerned with calorie intake and so many calories being taken in from fat, that it's not always about the amount of calories you're eating. It's about the body's response when it comes to processing those calories because of the foods you've taken in. So the other side of it is calories in, calories out. Does anybody know their calories out? I keep this on my wrist. It's a Fitbit. It tells me today so far I've had about 13,000 steps. I've burned 2,373 calories, and I've walked about 6 miles. Now, did I really burn 2,300 calories today? I don't know. I did legs in the morning, fasted with just some black coffee. I cut the yard. I have more work around the house to do. Obviously, I've been pacing back and forth once in a while. So, is that a real number? I don't know. If I go and eat 2,300 calories today, do I gain weight by tomorrow? Who knows? Is this right? Is it wrong? Nobody really knows. To me, it's all BS. It might be a good guiding light to help people get a guesstimate, but there's nothing out there that can tell you how much you're burning. And based on if you did legs, if you did shoulders, if you did an arm workout, if you just walked around the block today, if you sat down all day, do you really know what you're burning? I can tell you that this morning I did legs and I probably burned a lot more calories than I would have on a push day just doing chest and shoulders. So my caloric intake might need to be higher today. So there's no real way to calculate what's going out. You need to control hormones and your hormone receptors when it comes to caloric intake. From the belief that if you feed yourself quality food, your body will tell you the quantity of food that it needs to eat. So things like red meat, eggs, pork, single ingredient foods, dark green veggies, nuts, seeds, that sort of thing, some healthy olive oils, avocado oils. You start eating foods like that, and your body will tell you how much of it needs to keep its energy levels up. There's a good quote, last thing I'll leave you with, there's a good quote from Gary Taubes as my oldest daughter's about to walk back in. It might get a little noisy if the dog starts barking, but he talks about in his some of his research and speeches in front of universities, he talks about a chef preparing the greatest meal, and an invitation to this meal says, bring your appetite. What's the first thing you do? For a lot of people, it's generally eat less and exercise more. And that's the weight loss advice we've been given, right? Is to eat less and exercise more. So the very thing we would do to make sure we have an appetite for this grand feast, the very thing we would do to make sure we were as hungry as we could be to be able to eat all this great food at these feasts, is the same advice that the government and the doctors and whoever else has given us to lose weight. It doesn't make sense, but I'll leave you with that. My daughter's walking in the room, so we got some homework to get done before my parents come over later. So I will see you all in a little bit. All right, everyone, so we're just about wrapped up for the night. It is just before 9 o'clock. The girls are laying down, getting ready for bed. I had one of my cousins here. My mom and my dad came over. My dad helped me install a utility sink in the laundry room. And my mom helped my wife and our kids make some tutus for the 5K. We're doing the Publix Gasparilla 5K this coming weekend, the stroller roll for the kids. So that's all done. They all left. Like I said, the girls are getting ready for bed. I'm gonna go help get them settled. It was a great day, got a lot of food. Check me out on Instagram at Jordan McGreeny. That's at my first name, last name on Instagram. If you have any questions about what I ate, it's on there. So I'm gonna get done, edit this, and I will see you all in the next vlog. Peace.